Good morning. All right, my friends, let's settle in. You will need a strap and a blanket for your practice today. And if you don't have such items, you can improvise a scarf or a bathrobe tie. Works really well for a strap, as do towels for blankets. So this is the fourth class in a series on something called backbend neck, which is a jargon term. And it's an accumulation or a combination of many different principles of alignment. Inner body bright, side body's long, head of the arm bones back. And so if you just like let your body open up and take a big, like you're going to hug a giant teddy bear out in front of you, you know, the one that you used to win at the big old fashioned county fair kind of thing. And then let the inner body bright stay bright and long, and let the arms float to where they are going to rest without collapsing in on yourself. And then as we learn to move the head of the arm bone into the back plane of the body, we also then need to make sure that we're moving the upper palate so that your ears line up with the upper shoulder bone. And when you do that, I hope you'll feel a nice, sweet little tone inside your belly. It's going to hold you up. And so we have this inner GPS. That's how I think of it, where we learn to navigate life from core and to orient to the core of who we are and to draw upon the brilliance of what's inside, especially in those times where we feel a little lost or we're not quite sure where things are going. And in a backbend practice, for some of us, we always just know. It's like straightforward. We know what to do. Our bodies love it. And for some of us, it's a learned progression, and we take our time, and we don't have to go into deep, super big back bends to receive the benefits. So we'll do a lot of quad openings today, shoulder openings today, and we're going to work on the shoulder loop. So if you now take like a big mug or a glass of water, imaginary one out in front of you, and if you were to lift it up and you didn't want to spill it, so you had to open and lift your head from your heart in such a way that the palate went back and you could take a sweet, yummy sip of water with no straw without dumping this giant open container of water down the front of you. So you're going to just learn how to pull the top of the throat back and let the base of the heart support you in that way. So that's called shoulder loop. Draw your hands to the center of the heart. And we'll first find some sweet humility where we bow in and inner body bright, side body's long. The kidney area, just at the base of the ribs, going to stay quite full. So we're not overarching the lower back. And we'll just drop in and remember, why yoga, why today? And that answer can be as near as your next deeper breath. I taught a retreat this weekend in Washington State, and I was reminded, I was asked, could we please do the Anusara invocation? So if you know it, you can join me, and if you don't, you can receive it. And we'll do it one time. Your sounds, your offering, and what we're honoring is that one that lives inside each and every one of us, the one who's taken form in multiplicity and yet remains sovereign unto itself. And when we remember that light. We open to how it glows within us. It's never not present, it's always there. And it does stand radiant in and of itself. Slow, deep breath in. Full, long breath out. And deep breath in. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om. To the Tejas, that brilliant light, that illumination that's held within and all around, we bow. You can open your eyes as you release your hands. And if you have a furry friend, you're going to have to inform them that snuggle time's over. And we'll start on all fours. So all fours is just a good general way for a lot of us to start to combine breath with movement through cow and cat. So that's the same thing here. Just open up to and let the inner glow happen. And as you move and breathe, see if you can find inner body bright, front body, back body, side body. Side body is long, waistline to armpit. Just realizing my monitor wasn't on, sorry. So there you go. Inner body bright, side body is long. So even when you take your cow tilts, we're learning more to open up the heart and the head more from the bottom of the shoulder blades, bottom of the ribs. So we learn to move the head from the heart. And take a sweet bow into a child's pose, keeping the finger pads pressing down. Lift the palms, lift the corners of your upper deltoids, your shoulders. So inner deltoid, outer deltoid. Tone the knees sweetly like you were hugging yourself to the midline of yourself. And when you do that, hopefully your waistline will fill in. The kidneys will fill in. Try to keep the kidneys nice and full, even as you pull forward to all fours and take a cow tilt. So tone the lower belly as you pull the body forward. And then we'll come to downward dog, please. Take a few breaths in downward dog and really sink in. Here's where you can realign the foundation and make sure the index finger and thumb of your hands are active and grounded. And we'll start to shift your feet, both feet to your left. And as you do so, you can pick up your head from the heart and look to the right just a little bit. And then back to center, look down and in. As the heels shift right, from the heart, pick up the head. So like the eyes were pressing through the back of the head. And look a little to your left. And then we'll walk forward, standing forward fold. Bend your knees, strengthen your legs. And today we're going to place both hands behind your head if you can. Thumbs pointing down, interlace your fingers. Now press the back of your head into your thumbs until your heart lifts parallel to the floor. Maintain that, and then let the tailbone draw everything down and keep pulling the head into the back of the thumbs. And we'll see what happens. Active feet, press the thighs back. As you lengthen the tailbone, strengthen the lower belly so the kidney energy is full. And then from the heart, you can look up. And it's like you're watching a slow sunrise. You're just going from earth to sky. And then we'll bow in and really take the chin to the chest, bend the knees, and then repeat. Top of the thighs stay moving back even as the legs straighten. Tailbone roots, kidneys full. And then from the shoulder blades, lift the heart. And then press your eyes back, ears back, elbows up. And one more time, round in. And one more time, open up. So there's no strain in the lower back here. That's up to you and your legs. The lower belly pulling to the back body even as you open. And then open up, release the arms. And Tadasana will circle out your shoulders. Inhale, sweep the arms high. And as you bend the knees, bow forward like a swan dive, and now line up your throat with the rest of your body. So don't let your head drop too far forward or lift it too high up. So let your neck be a natural extension of the heart. And then from there, fingers to the earth, then release the head. Same thing here as you go to Trini, side body's long. Let the heart unfurl through the throat and then the head. Place the hands for dog pose. Deep breath in, lengthen to plank, and all the way down to the belly. Lengthen and lift one leg at a time. Placing your forehead to the sticky mat, take one hand, your favorite one, behind your head, the palm to your head. Now gently, without lifting your head too high, so you want to lift chin, nose, and eyes at the same rate. Press your head back and just see how deeply that moves you down into the base of the heart as you lift up just a little bit. Keep pressing through the back of the eyes and lower down. Now switch hands. Deep breath in. Active legs, strong inner thighs. As you lengthen the tailbone, start to push your head like you were lifting your chin, nose, and eyes parallel off the floor. And deep breath here. Release the hands. Now we'll take the hands where you do for chaturanga. Pulling the hands down and back, lengthen the side body. Pin the upper arm bones back. And as you lengthen the tailbone, we rise to cobra. It's the same thing where the head pulls back, throat pulls back, lower ears pull back. So the nose, chin, and eyes stay roughly parallel and lower down. Lift up all fours. Exhale, downward dog. Settle into a deep breath. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step forward. Turning the right heel to the floor, place your left forearm to your thigh. And as you lift up into side angle, that right hand's coming behind your head, just like we did. Pull the back arch towards the front heel and then bow forward like a cat tilts. As you lengthen the right leg, pull the left buttocks down and under. Now start to lift the chin, nose, and eyes, and press the head straight back into your hand to reveal a little curve in the upper body. From your hips, reestablish strength through the legs and lengthen right arm along the ear. Inhale, lift up, warrior two. Take a reverse warrior, left hand behind your head. Press the upper right thigh bone back so we can bow forward a little bit. Left buttocks under. And now see what you can find here for that shoulder loop. Top of the throat back, chin back, nose back, eyes back, shoulder blades, press the heart open. Inhale, warrior two. And side angle, we'll repeat. Active feet, thighs back, front buttocks under. Then you're ready to open. Do that shoulder loop, press the head back into your hand, push the hand into your head for a little resistance. And then come to center. And we'll inhale, lift up. Reverse the warrior, bow in. Keep the kidneys full, strengthen the legs, and let the upper body open, open, open. And coming to warrior two, straighten your front left leg. Pulling back, arch towards front heel, Trikonasana. And deep breath in. If you want the top hand to remind you what it feels like, you can place it behind your head. Otherwise, we'll try this. Press the top hand slightly forward, and like you're pushing into a countertop. Push the fingers down, and now slide the shoulder blades onto your back. Pull that top arm into your back body. From the bottom left shoulder, turn and open the heart, pressing the head back, ears back. And then that arm can lift up. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. You can use your knees or not, lower chaturanga. And take your time building that shoulder loop with cobra. Locate your blanket. Place the blanket. I'm just going to do one block today. If you want two, you can do two. There's the other block. If you have, well, let's just do one. Right foot to the block. Pick up the back knee, set it down. I'm going to take the top block out in front. Pressing down through the legs. Fill in your form. Draw the arm bones into the back plane of the body. And as the shoulder blades pull down, the arms lift. Bend the elbows, place the block to the back of the head. Little bow in, kidneys full. Secure the elbows towards the armpits. And now as you lift the chin, nose, and eyes, press back. And now the back bend happens more towards the base of the ribs. It's called lumbar dorsal hinge. Keep rooting that upper left thigh bone back. Inhale, unwind. Take the block that's in your left hand forward and down. Lift and curl that back heel towards your glute. And we haven't done a lot of hamstring openers, so if your hamstring's tight and crampy, don't go for the foot grab. If you feel good here, you can back it up, find your foot, and then bow in. As you pull heel towards sit bone, even if you don't hold the foot, you can use the hamstring and gently find where its edge is. It needs to contract. All right, now from the left shoulder blade, top of the throat back, lower ears back, anchor the outer right hip down and under so the hips and the core stay strong, and start to open the heart here. Like a twisted camel pose. Inhale and wind. Take that front foot off. Find your two blocks and we'll stretch out hamstrings and back foot. Slow breath. Even here, you can strengthen your core by lifting the pit of your throat and the back of your head towards the ceiling. And from there, you've got more power to push through the legs and lengthen through the upper body, side body's long. And let's take the block slightly forward. Plant your hands, navigate the blanket, downward dog. Inhale, plank, all the way to the belly. Little baby cobra. And the exhale to dog. Ooh, that feels good. Inhale, right leg up. Step it forward. Nope. Bring it back. Inhale, left leg up. Step it forward. Help yourself up to the foot on that block. So left foot on the block. Pick up the back knee, set it down so hopefully you're above the kneecap. Drag that leg forward. We spent a lot of time in previous classes building the kidney energy. So find that here. Hold that. Pull the arms into the back body. And as the shoulder blades draw downward, the arms extend upward. Anchor through the legs. Place the block and pause. Bow in a tiny bit. Kidneys full, tailbone strong. Now chin, nose, eyes press into the block. Block presses into the head. Curl the heart. Deepen your breath. And inhale your way out. Take that block in the right hand. If you want to come off the block, yeah, let's do that. It's a deep flexion. Take that front foot off. Drag the back knee forward. Lift the heel. Pull into the core. And as you twist, you can pause. And maybe that foot's in the neighborhood of left hand. Push sit bone to heel. Wrap the left buttocks. Now you're ready to take the open-hearted twist. Top the throat back, lower ears back. Inhale and wind. And Parsvottanasana in your own time and breath. Root down. Place the feet. Pick up the pit of the throat so we're not dropping off the front. Push through the legs. Let the heart hold you. Beautiful. And blocks out of the way for now. Downward dog. Inhale, plank. And hold your plank and breathe. There's another place where you need the pit of the throat, the chin, the nose, the eyes to press into the back of the skull towards the back plane of the body, which is towards the ceiling. So this will help lift the core. Legs are strong, inner legs, tailbone strong, deeper breath. And we'll take a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to lower the knees. So your 5 counts to lower the knees and a child's pose. All right, come up to sit, locate your strap. I'm gonna do one of my favorite forms of Ekapada Rajakapotasana, and it's where you give the back ankle a bracelet. So loop your D-ring through and make your circle really small. If you're using a scarf, you'll figure out how to tie a knot at the end. That's just big enough for your right ankle. And you can even make it a little tighter. Take that strap over the right shoulder. Sweep the right leg back and help yourself. If that blanket's not helping you at this point, your back knee might like it. No, I don't know. I'm going to remove it, but I do want the blocks. So you got the strap around your back ankle and the tail of it is resting over your shoulder. Find your pigeon pose. And it's an upright pigeon. Pick up the back knee, spiral that femur bone inward so the hips square. And as you push the hands down into your blocks, pull the belly button back and then the left hip down and under. Now you want to figure out for you what's possible here. And we'll start with right hand only and just anchor the back foot down so you've got something to push on. Pull the back knee forward so you've got something to hold you. So that back knee pressing forward and down is going to help that left hand liberate. And then reach up and find your strap. If you need both one hand on the block, that's fine. So just like you had that block behind your head, press your head back towards your hands. Anchor through the hips, top the throat back, lower ears back. Beautiful. If you can breathe, you can stay. If you can stay, you can refine. And if you can refine, you can grow the tejas. So push down through the legs, pull the legs, the hips off the mat. And breathe here. If you feel like it, the hands walk a little further back, down the strap. And we're just in that cosmic lazy boy recliner, watching the world go by. And slide the hands up the strap. With humility, we bow forward and recover the ujjayi breath that might have gotten a little short. So make sure that's present for you. Leaning to your left, sweep that back leg forward and around. If you need to straighten out the bottom leg to make the lower back happier, that's a good choice. It's Urdhva Dhanurasana. We'll twist, anchoring right hip forward and down. And a little tiny yummy twist here. Inhale and wind. And take your anklet and move it to side two. With the back leg being the anchor and the strap helping you lift up the inner body, think of a candle flame that likes to rise out of the wick. So you'll take that strap, loop it over your left shoulder, and guide yourself to your shape of pigeon, the one that feels like you can support this and sustain it. When I traveled this weekend, I saw a lot of people putting a block under their buttocks here. I don't have a problem with that unless it allows you to lean too far over and then the hips go out of square. You can use the support below. The place I would prefer it go, ironically, is under the front of the back leg. I'll show you what that looks like. It goes under the front of the back leg. That's the place I would rather put it. So use the Right hand on the block for a moment. Find where your taut place is, where the foot can anchor. Pick up the back knee, spin the femur bone in, and set it down. Then bow in a little bit. Open to the grace of your breath. Figure out how that top arm is helping you, how the bottom leg is helping you, the back leg is helping you, and pull the back knee in until your hips rise even more. From there, top of the throat back, lower ears back, and maybe right hand find your strap. Anchor the back foot even more, and then pause here. It's just a good pose. And find your shoulder loop. Originates right behind your eyes, moves to the back of your head, pulls down the shoulder blades, and the shoulder blades press the heart forward. If you want to extend the shoulder blades down and stretch through the arms, curl up, up, up. Long hold in Ekapada Raj Kapotasana. Feels good. Slide yourself out. Do it from foundation, from hips to kidneys. And then we'll bow forward for a moment. Now we can lean to our right and let that hip come down. Sweep the left leg forward, cross it. And as stated before, you can stretch out the bottom leg if there's too much bind in the lower back and hip for this Urdhva Dhanurasana. So anchor top leg, hip forward and down. That's important for the health of your SI joints. Maintain that as you open up from right to left. And even here, we've got a little back bend. So inner body bright, side body's long. Draw the upper arm bones into the back plane by squeezing your shoulder blades. Now, lower ears back, top of the throat back. And you can look a little more from the right eye to the left. Inhale to unwind. Take off your anklet. So that was a form, one of my favorites, of a pose called Eka Pada. Eka means one, Pada, foot, royal king pigeon pose, Raja Kapotasana. Namaste. Thank you. Have a blessed rest of your day. I'm happy to see you and hear from you.